My next guest is talking about driving education culture. She is Antoinette Sithole. She is the sister of Hector Pietersen, who is a huge part of South African history. The young man, the 12-year-old boy who was killed in the Soweto uprising in June 1976. Antoinette Sithole is involved in an educational initiative, and she's with me on 702 Drive to talk about that. Ms. Sithole, welcome and thanks very much for your time. You're focusing on getting stationery into a particular school in Soweto, and your aim is to hand all of this over tomorrow at Heritage Day. Tell us, first of all, before we talk about the specific donation that you've been involved with raising, your commitment and your focus on education. What's driving that? Good afternoon.
Afternoon, and thank you, John, and viewers of 702 channel. Actually, remember that in 1976, all we wanted is a better education.
Yes.
So driving that force up to date, I'm still driving that force because I still feel like children are not actually interested in education. I don't know why, but I told myself it doesn't matter. I have to go out there and talk to them. So for me, it's very, very important.
And you're focusing on the Kolwani Primary School. Tell us about the school. It's in Jabulani and 985 scholars, so it's a big school with presumably quite pressing needs. What made you focus on that particular school?
Actually, most of the schools in Soweto, they don't get funding so much. So
Yes.
we had to focus on one school, of which Kolwani was the one that we chose. Because we felt like, most of the parents are not working, and it's been a long time. So we felt like, if we do our own research, it's best if we go to Kolwani, and especially a primary school, because that's where we were, besides them going to a lower primary level, but in primary level, then it's better than they are focused at that point. So it's better to focus at Kolwani.
And the focus on stationery, what made you decide that was the key priority?
I think now that our theme is driving education culture,
Yes.
we thought of using the Heritage Day, even though we know you can give anyone a donation anytime. But I just felt like celebrating this culture, let us celebrate with the students or the learners at Kolwani Primary School. I felt like it's a right day for them to remember. This is part of driving the educational culture. Is part of our culture. So it's best if I choose the Heritage Day.
So, Ms. Sithole, I want to get your thoughts on, I suppose, the wider state of the country and education. Every June 16th, I'm sure many people contact you. People who may not know you certainly know you in Sam Nzima's famous picture, tragically showing your brother Hector killed. It also shows Mbuyisa Makubo, whose own story is a very painful one. And every year on the 16th of June, we say the right things about youth and building a society for young people. How do you feel we're doing? Because this conversation has been going on for many decades now. Where do you think we've got to so far?
Well, I would say 50-50.
Okay.
50 of the learners, they understand what happened, and that is also driving them to learn much more harder. And 50%, we cannot just leave them like that, even though they are reluctant, but we must keep on pushing, showing them that education is very, very important in their lives. And they can, on the other hand, sorry about that, be leaders of tomorrow. So we keep on encouraging. We are not going to let it go. I don't want to tell a lie. We have to keep on pushing. We have to go out there and talk about education, no matter what. Eventually, they will change as they grow up.
We've had a number of many years of democracy, and education should have improved. From what you observe, how far do you think that improvement's gone?
Well, I would say 40-50.
Okay.
Because most of the 40s, they know what they want in their lives. They know that education is so important. You can go anywhere on this planet. About the 50 still needs a drive. And the education system that we have, I sometimes don't really understand what's going on. But because I want to drive those children, I want to motivate those children that it doesn't matter what, but let's push forward and see. Maybe the outcome will be okay. So we must keep on pushing.
Thank you very much, and good luck with your initiative at Kolwani Primary School. The sister of the late Hector Pietersen, Antoinette Sithole, is driving forward something, I'll give it its correct name, Driving Education Culture. And she's out at the Kolwani School tomorrow in Jabulani in Soweto with a donation of 100,000 rands worth of stationery and other materials for schools.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.